Day kicks off the Advancement of Blacks in Sports third annual Champions and Legends Weekend, and the event will recognize the achievements and the legacies of African Americans in sports while promoting diversity and equality in sports. And one of the distinguished honorees is joining us this morning. This is Sashi Brown. He is the president of the Baltimore Ravens. He is set to receive the prestigious Executive of the Year award during the ABIS Gala tomorrow evening at the MGM National Harbor. But first, of course, you're here with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
I really appreciate you having me. Honored to be here.
So, Executive of the Year from this distinguished nonprofit, what does that mean for you? You're at Monumental Sports here in D.C., you're with the Browns, and now, of course, the Ravens. But what does this mean to you?
Yeah, I hope it means we're doing some great things at the Ravens, of course. But it's a true honor. I mean, the organization and the list of honorees include mentors and some childhood heroes for mine. So, you know, it's important to me, not necessarily to be recognized individually, but as a role model, hopefully for some others come from behind. And it also, the mission of the organization is vitally important, particularly in this day and age.
So let's talk about leadership for a second. Here in Washington, we've had a whole sea change. We have new leadership with the Commanders. How important is strong leadership in that front office? Because the Ravens have historically had a strong front office.
Yeah, thank you, and I hope to keep that going.
Okay.
But I think it's incredibly important. You know, these sports organizations are powerful, beautiful platforms. I mean, how many things do you really bring the entire community around and galvanize around a feel-good moment? And so sports provides this beautiful opportunity for us to do that. And I think inherent with that is this responsibility that we take very seriously at the Ravens, at the NFL. And I know Josh Harris and Jason Wright over at the Commanders take it very seriously. So I think the leadership's vital. It's really important. And particularly that we show up and look and represent the communities that we're part of, right? And so that means that we need more women in leadership roles. That certainly means we need some more diversity across a lot of different spectrums. And ABIS is one of the leading organizations that's really not only celebrating but working actively towards that goal.
You mentioned Jason Wright, one of 5 black presidents across the NFL. So that's progress. Last year that was historic. 5 African-American presidents, but the work that's left to do, how do you see that playing out, and can we get there?
Yeah, we absolutely can. It takes some intentionality and some hard work and some honest conversations. We know talent exists on all forms: religion, race, what language you speak, what background you come from, socioeconomically, and certainly gender, as I mentioned before. And so I think ABIS represents one organization of many, but it's incumbent upon us as leaders at teams, and Troy Vincent and Daisha Smith and Commissioner Goodell have been champions of really moving us forward, and the ownership groups across many of the leagues have made some great strides, and you're seeing rising talent of young, really promising, talented folks of color and women really ascend to some of these roles.
It's almost time to say goodbye, but I gotta say this. Sashi Brown is a proud graduate of Hampton University, and I love that it's from Hampton to Harvard in your education path. How important and impactful was your HBCU experience? Yeah,
it really was the ignition for me to aspire and have an ambition to achieve a role like this and really aim for that. So, you know, every organization is great. There's PWIs and HBCUs. I'm a huge believer in college education. You saw that the Ravens just put in $50 million into college access programs. It was a transformative experience, so go Pirates.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly proud of that, and it was a really key and momentous 4 years for me. Down there in southeastern Virginia.
Yeah, at our home by the sea.
Indeed.
Okay,
yeah.
Continued success to you until the Commanders meet the Ravens at the Super Bowl, and then no more success for you.
We know you got purple on that green.
Thank you so much for spending some time. Congratulations on being named Executive of the Year by ABIS.
Thank you.
All righty. Jonathan, over to you.